Welcome to the introduction of Gimp. Open an image, create a new document, layers, and transparency. Presented by the Fruitland Park Library, Part 2 of 7. Table of Contents, Gimp, Part 2 of 7. Open a new image or create a new document. Change the color of the foreground or background. Open an existing image and search option. Transparency, full, partial, or opacity. Change layer's name, hide layer, link layers, and create layers group. Add alpha channel, eraser tool, free select tool, scale tool, and move tool. Save project. Please remember never to use any copyrighted material that you do not have permission to use. Below are a few sites where copyright-free images can be obtained: pixabay.com, unsplash.com, picjumbo.com, pixel.com. Create a new document. Go to the File tab, New. Dialog box will open. Select the size, unit, and orientation of the document, New Image. Click OK. The document, New Image, will be the same color as the background color of the swatches in the toolbox. After clicking New to open a new document, the Create a New Image dialog box will open. To change the color of the document before it's opened, click Advanced Options. Select Fill With, and a drop-down will open. Select the type of background you want for the document: color, white, transparency, or pattern. Click OK. If you wish to change the color of the background or foreground of a new document before creating it, click on one of the colors. The Change Foreground Color dialog box opens. Select a color and click OK. If the document has already been created, use the Bucket Fill tool to apply the color. To open an existing image, go to the File tab, click Open. Dialog box opens. Search or select the location where image is stored. Click on the image, click Open. The image will then be displayed in the image window. A thumbnail of the image will be displayed above the image window and in the Layers panel. If you're having trouble finding an image, use the search feature. Enter the name of the image, click Open. Select the image and click Open. When you open an image, you may get this message to convert the image. This is a personal decision. For more information, please see Gimp Help Topic, Chapter 11, Input 1.2.1, https://gimp.org/2.10/image-color-management-html. Open two or more images. Go to the File tab, click Open. Select an image, click Open. Repeat the steps. Both images will be displayed as thumbnails above the image window. However, both will not be displayed in the Layers panel at the same time, and only one will appear in the image window at a time, but you can toggle back and forth between them. We're going to be working with different degrees of transparency. Using full transparency, you can see through it. The checkerboard pattern in the center of the image you see indicates transparency. Using partial transparency, you can only partially see through it. Opacity is solid. You are unable to see through it. Two ways to add layers. Open two images, one at a time. With two thumbnails above the image window, click and hold down the left mouse button on the second thumbnail. Continue to hold down the mouse button until told to release and drag the second thumbnail over the first thumbnail. Next, drag the second thumbnail to the center of the image in the window and release the mouse button. Because the second layer has a transparent center, the layer with the peacock can be seen. The second method of adding layers. Go to File, select Open as Layers. When the Open Image as Layers dialog opens, select an image, repeat steps to add more layers. All images will appear in the Layers panel and will be stacked in the image window. The bottom layer will always be the background layer. To change the name of a layer, double-click on the name and it would become highlighted. Type in the new name and hit the Enter key to apply. If you wish to hide a layer, click on the eye next to the layer. The layer will not be visible in the Layers panel or in the image window. Click on the area of the eye again to make the layer visible. To link the layers together, hover the cursor to the right of the eye icon and a square will appear. Click on the square and a link icon will appear indicating the layer has been linked. To unlink, simply click on the link icon. To create a layer group, click on the New Layer Group folder icon below the Layers panel. A folder will appear in the Layers panel. Click on the thumbnail and drag it partially over the folder and an arrow will appear. Release the mouse button. When a layers group contains a layer, there will be a small icon next to it. Click on the icon to open or close the folder group. The yellow and black dotted lines indicate the boundaries of an active layer. An active layer's thumbnail will have a white border in the Layers panel. Select two images using Open as Layer. First image, layer number 1, will be the background, and the second image, layer number 2, will be edited so that part of it will be combined with the first layer. Example, Wooden Bridge is a background layer, and the duck is layer number 2. Layer number 2 will be edited so that the duck appears on the bridge. If your second layer is behind the first layer, click the eye icon to hide the first image while you work. Select your second layer. Right-click, which opens the Layer dialog. Select Add Alpha Channel. If the font of the image name is bold, there has not been an alpha channel added to the layer. If the font is regular, it indicates an alpha channel has been added to the layer. The alpha channel represents the degree of transparency. By adding an alpha channel, we can change parts of an image to be transparent. Now that an alpha channel has been added to the second layer, there are different ways to remove the unwanted areas. Use the Eraser tool, use the Free Select tool, use the Free Selection tool. When you select the Eraser tool, the Tool Options panel will display options. Adjust the size whenever necessary. At times, it may be helpful to zoom in while working on an area. Because of the alpha channel, the checkerboard can be seen, which indicates transparency. Using the Free Selection tool for smoother edges, make sure the anti-lessening is checked. Another method to outline is with the Free Select tool. A. Select the Free Select tool. It looks like a lasso. B. Select a starting point. C. Click, hold down the left mouse button and drag to outline. D. Releasing the mouse button creates a node, a small circle. Then click and hold down the mouse button and drag until you wish to create another node. It is helpful to stay just inside the edge of the subject. Also create a node anytime you are working on a curve. Without the node, the line will be straight. E. Make sure you make the start and ending lines meet. After completing the outline, go to the Select tab and click Invert. Tap the Delete key to delete the background. Deselect the layer, Ctrl plus Shift plus A, which will close down the tool. It may be helpful to zoom in to see if any touch-ups need to be made. If touch-ups are needed, use the Eraser tool. The layer with the transparency will be the top layer. The remaining layer will be the background layer. Remember, the background layer will always be the bottom thumbnail displayed in the Layers panel. Select the layer with the transparency. Using the Scale tool, make sure the width and the height are linked together. Next, reduce the size of the layer using the handles. Click on the area of the eye icon next to the hidden layer to make it visible again. Using the Move tool, move the transparent layer into position. Click on the background layer to deselect the transparent layer. Click the File tab. Select to save or export the finished image. The best part about Gimp is that saving as an .xcf file extension preserves all of your work. Example, if there are 5 layers to your project and you decide to edit the background, you do not have to start over. Gimp saves all the layers, so when you open the project you can edit a layer or several and save again. Thank you for joining us for Gimp, Open a New Image, Create a New Document, Layers and Transparency, Gimp Part 2 of 7. We hope you enjoyed the tutorial and will be joining us for the remaining parts 3 through 7. If you would like a transcript of this tutorial or have any questions, please call 352-360-6561.